I'm DJ Digianantonio here from Rodman Public Library to show you how to make a yarn pumpkin today. In your kit, you'll find a balloon, you'll find 2 pipe cleaners, one brown and one green, 21 pieces of yarn, a paper bowl, a fork, and some glue. I've already filled the balloon halfway. This is the shape that we're going to use to make our pumpkin. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of our pieces of string and our balloon that's partially full, and we're going to tie it. We're going to tie a piece of string around the top of the balloon. It doesn't have to be too tight, it's just there to hold it. Next, we're going to take our balloon and we're going to tie it to one of our cabinet handles. This is just to make it an easier workspace for later on. It helps so that way you don't have to get a bunch of glue on your hands when we're working with the glue and the yarn later. Simple knot will do. So the next step we're going to do is we're actually going to open our glue bottle and we're going to pour half of it into our paper bowl. You can pour it all out, it doesn't really matter. It's yours to keep, so any leftovers you have, you can use for other projects. So to begin, you're going to take one of your pieces of yarn and you're just going to put it in your glue like so. Then you'll take your fork and you're just stirring it around. Kind of like a little piece of spaghetti. You're just trying to get glue all over your piece of yarn. Once you get it all kind of glued up, you're going to try and find one of the ends. Then you're going to take your fork and you're just going to lightly kind of drag it down to get all the excess glue off of your yarn. You can use your fingers too, but the fork makes it to where you don't get too much off or too little, and it also protects your hands a little bit. Then we're going to start at the top, and we're just going to start to kind of press down and wrap our string around the balloon. And you can kind of pick whatever design you want. And as you do it, you're going to kind of make sure it's pressed down with each piece that we put on. Then you're just going to keep repeating the process until all of your string is used up. And you're going to want to kind of crisscross as you go, just so that way all of your string kind of makes a fun ball at the end. As you're doing this, you can use as little or as much yarn as you like. One of the key things to remember also when you're wrapping is you're going to want to kind of wrap it tight and push down as you go, just to make sure that your string stays on there nice and tight. And you're also going to want to make sure as you wrap, you're doing the top and the bottom to make sure that it's on there good and strong. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry, because you're going to have to let it dry for about 24 hours or so just to make sure it's nice and strong before you go on to the next step. So for now, I'm going to fix this piece here. Go ahead and push it down. If it starts to come apart like that, just make sure you go back and push it down so it stays on there nice and firm. So I'm going to let it sit and dry overnight, and we'll see what we get tomorrow. I've let my pumpkin dry overnight, so now we have a nice firm shape. One thing to note is when you're hanging your pumpkin, when you're letting it sit to dry, you may want to put like some paper towels down on your counter, just in case you have a little too much excess glue on there. So that way if it drips, it doesn't drip on your countertop. So this next step's kind of important. What you're going to want to do now that your pumpkin's dry, is you're going to want to go around and you're going to kind of want to press on the balloon. You're trying to kind of detach it from the string, so that way whenever we go to pop our balloon, it's not going to take the string with it and ruin our shape. So you're going to go around, and you're just going to kind of press on different parts of the balloon all around to make sure the string isn't attached anymore. It'll make the next step much easier. All right, now that we've went around the entirety of our pumpkin trying to push and make sure that the string is not attached anymore, we're going to pop our balloon. To do this, I'd grab a pair of scissors and just kind of cut a small slit. Then you're going to just detach your balloon from whatever is remaining. You can see how it's losing its shape just a little bit because I didn't get all of the glue spots off. And you can use your string that we used to attach it originally and pull your balloon out of your shape. You may also want to go back through, and any glue that you see like this is just excess glue, so you can kind of trim it off. Grab your pair of scissors and just kind of trim it to clean it up a little bit. After going around and cleaning up your pumpkin, next step is to add our stem and our leaves to the side of our pumpkin. To do that, you'll take your brown pipe cleaner and you're just going to wrap it tightly around a pencil. This will give you a nice stem to work with. After wrapping it tightly, you just slide it off and you tuck it somewhere near the top of your pumpkin. For the leaves, you can leave your pipe cleaner whole or you can cut them as I've done. You can slide it in and just kind of tuck it up if you want to do that. Or you can kind of do like a loose coil with this. Not quite as tight as we did with the stem. Just tuck it under there. Do the same thing with the other half. And there you have it. You have a yarn pumpkin. I hope you enjoyed this craft brought to you by Rodman Public Library. Be sure to come back next month to see what craft we have to offer. Have a great day.